President, also with the Honolulu Police Department. Well, first and foremost, I just want to thank all of you for coming here and taking the time from your busy schedule. With all due respect to the mayor, I'm sure you guys got other better stories to cover, but thank you for giving us this opportunity. Well, first and foremost, on behalf of the 3,000 or so members represented by SHOPO, to include our families, we are just so proud and honored to announce today, officially, that we're endorsing Mayor Kirk Caldwell, the incumbent, for another 4 years for the sake of the people of Honolulu, and not limited to. And we appreciate the fact that public safety is in part of his priority list, but we admire him for the things that he's doing for the people of Honolulu. At the end of the day, as police officers, yes, we're concerned about what we do, and our number one client is the people of Honolulu, the residents and visitors alike. So we appreciate the mayor for the things that he's done, not just for public safety, but again, taking care of the roadways, because we drive the highways and roadways, and with potholes and the like, it affects us too. So we're not immune to that. What he's doing with the sewer and the water lines, that he's taking care of, paying much attention to that. The parks where our people, to include unfortunately those who have fallen on hard times, the homeless and houseless, that he's addressing that. And last but not least, again, just his passion and his commitment to the police officers, the men and women who put their lives on the line each and every day. And last but not least, definitely the families of these officers that make the ultimate sacrifice. So going forward, we look forward. And we're pushing hard for Mayor Caldwell to be re-elected, and we look forward to just working alongside him and representing from the perspective of law enforcement, but not limited to. So again, Mayor Caldwell, thank you very much for the opportunity to come alongside you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks. Thanks, everybody. Thank you so much. I want to give a round of applause. Thank you so much, guys. You know, as mayor, the number one job for me or any mayor in any city, I think anywhere in the world really, is public safety, bar none. If I can't do that job, or the person who sits in the position cannot do that job, I believe they shouldn't be mayor. And I have to say that every single day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, Honolulu's finest, men and women in blue, are out there making my job easier. As you know, we rank as one of the safest big cities in the United States of America in terms of violent crime and other types of crime. And that is so because of these guys and the guys who they represent, the 2,000 strong police officers. And for us who live here, for all of us who live here, that's really good news. When I go to work, when I go to play, when I go to surf, when my wife is doing things, I know that she is safer and I'm safer because of the hard work of these officers. And that's good for the residents. But the other really, really good thing is it's good for our visitors. As you know, we have a very robust visitor industry. It's strong and growing stronger. And I think it happened after 9/11. You know, people are afraid to travel abroad. They go to other places in our country. It looks like our country. They come here, it doesn't look like the rest of America. And they're coming in record numbers. And they're coming because they're afraid of what's happening in Europe. They're coming because they're afraid of what's happening in Mexico and Jamaica. They're coming because they're afraid of what's happening in Asia and in Bali and places like that. And they come here, and those things don't happen. Their experience, for the most part, is very good, and the rest of this place doesn't look like America. You know, our beautiful landscape, and then the diversity of our population doesn't exist anywhere else in the country. And so I'm really honored that I got that endorsement. It's something that I work hard for because I think it validates that as far as the number one job that I'm doing, that they believe I'm doing that job. And that I'm also protecting their officers too. You know, they're all not in their uniform right now. But there is about as much danger as if they had the uniform on because they're out there putting the bad guys away. Those bad guys come out and they remember. And we've had sad stories of officers dying in their own homes by people. So whether they're in a uniform or not, they put their lives on the line for all of us. And it's not only stressful to them, but their loved ones. You know, Tenari has a wife and 3 beautiful girls.
Yes, sir.
You know, and I mean, they worry about their dad. And I know that happens for every one of the people here. So I stand in awe of the work that they do. And I'm very proud to receive that endorsement. With that, I'll open up to any questions you may have. But again, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thanks.
Any changes or additional initiatives you have for a second term as it relates to law enforcement?
I don't want to be presumptuous. I'm working really hard, Gina, to make sure that I do get reelected. We have our campaign headquarters open just down the street from here. We're raising the money. We're on TV. We're on radio. We're in the paper, and we're sign waving. We're doing all of those things to make sure the best chance I have to come back. In terms of new initiatives, I have my 5 priorities that we're working on, plus homeless, and we're going to work hard to hit the targets we set by the end of this year, and then we'll evaluate. As far as our police department goes, I'll be looking to the department and the force itself in terms of what kind of things they want to see. But for me, number one, I always want to make sure that they receive a fair wage. For a while, our officers were so underpaid, they were being trained here, and then they were moving to cities like Seattle and San Francisco and losing the best and brightest. That's changed, and they're staying here now. But I want to make sure that they are recognized for the work that they do, that they're fairly compensated, that more importantly, that they're trained really well, and to get the best equipment possible in the land to make sure that when they're doing their job, they have everything they need to keep themselves safe and to keep the rest of us safe. But I'm really proud of the department. It's probably the most diverse police department you'll find anywhere in the country, maybe the world. Look, I'm in a minority right here. This is just a small group of people. You and I are in the minority. And I like that. Find that anywhere else in our country. It does not exist. And I'm proud of that. That's what's special about our place.
Mayor, the council just voted on the budget. What kinds of monies were put in there for law enforcement support?
I think for the most part, what the law enforcement community asked for, both police, fire, EMS, and lifeguards, has been kept in place because they're all our first responders. And particularly after 9/11, people realize just how important these guys are. So money is usually not taken out of there. Sitting down this morning, no one brought to my attention, hey, money came out in any big way from any of these departments. They continue to get funded at a fairly healthy level, and it's something that I support. We testify in support of the budgets put in by the police department, the fire department, EMS, and our lifesavers. Any other questions?
With an endorsement like this, Mayor, is it, some people might say it's less likely you're willing to challenge HPD's brass. Can you respond to that?
No, I think as mayor, one, I welcome the endorsement. And like I said, it's a good housekeeping stamp of approval that I'm working hard to make sure this city remains one of the safest big cities in the country. As far as the endorsement goes, as you see these guys, they're in some form of leadership, but they're not the top brass in the community, and at times they disagree with the top guys, as it should be. And for me, it's more about each issue and taking different positions. So, no, I don't think this endorsement affects my working relationship with any part of the Honolulu Police Department. Other questions? Gina, you're so quiet today. What happened? I'm shocked.
Always.
You didn't eat breakfast.
Non-campaign stuff outside.
Okay.
So good?
Yeah.
We're okay?
Thank you guys
But
very
I
much.
want to thank you all.
Thank you.
This is a great honor. I'm
Yes,
going
sir.
to work really hard.
You always have.
to honor your endorsement. Thank you.
Thank you. Everybody go to you.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, we should have
Thanks, Mayor.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Okay, onward and upward, right?
Yes,
We'll
sir.
stay in touch.
Yes, sir.
Text.
I'll take some pictures. You need it work? Mike, go ahead. Come on this side, guys.
I like that name, Maverick. Where's Goose? You're Maverick and Goose.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Again, thank you so much. So you're gonna ask a couple questions?
Yeah,
You be safe. Be safe. I worry about you guys.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. You're welcome, sir. Pleasure.